What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I'm your host once again, OG Skate Show. This is a podcast where we get to know local skaters on and off the board. And of course, here with me always, we have one of the couch boys.
What's up, guys?
Victor Castillo. And now, let's introduce our guest this week. We have Kevin Nose in the studio.
What up, what up?
Dude, thank you for joining us today.
Dude, it's a fucking pleasure, man.
Dude, thank you very much, bro. Tell everybody what city you're repping.
We out here repping Paris, dog.
Paris, California?
Paris, California, not France.
Okay. Shout out to that. And you been out there the whole time, or where did you grow up?
Yeah, so I grew up like all over the place. Definitely in Whittier, Pico Rivera, Downey, and then moved over to Huntington Beach and stayed there most of my life throughout like high school.
Okay.
And couldn't afford Huntington Beach, so I moved out to the IE, Paris, which is rad. I love it over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. And how did you start skating?
Man, I got a Yu-Gi-Oh board, dog. A Yu-Gi-Oh board started me off at Toys R Us,
Okay.
and then I stepped on my uncle's board, and it was like purple. I think it was like a zero board, but it felt sketchy. Like it just felt real. Like the bearings were real,
Mhm.
you know. And I love that feeling. So that kind of put me on.
Damn, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's like animation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like right next to like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I loved it, dude. It was cool, and I still love Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, to this day. But yeah, that put me on, and then like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, you know what I mean? The soundtrack to it like introduced me more to the music scene of skateboarding and like just a rawism, and it was fun, man. I had such a great time playing those video games. I think that has an inspiration on a lot of people.
I bet, man.
Right.
I mean, well, we were skating before the game came out, but once that
Yeah.
once that game came out, man, we were stuck in the house now playing that damn thing.
Yeah.
But okay, but shout out to your uncle for having a real board and like,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? So that's cool that you had somebody skating in the family.
So your uncle, you say your uncle skated? Was he like legit skateboarding or was
No,
he
he
cruising?
wasn't. But you know, regardless, it was a real board that he had. You know, but he definitely had a love for skateboarding, and he sees me. He actually went to with me to the skate park on Thanksgiving over in Downey, and that was the first time he actually seen me skate in person. I think that
okay.
was pretty special. You know, like you
For
don't really
sure.
have family that visits you at your local skate park. You know, and see you actually skate in person.
And especially he's the one that got you standing on a board first. So yeah.
Yeah, it was special for sure.
Okay, dude. What about like when you grew up and you started actually skating? Do you remember your first board?
Oh yeah. So I remember going to a freestyle skate shop in Huntington Beach. I had gotten a World Industries deck, and I had Thunder Trucks. I had Bones wheels, and yeah, I love that board. It was so skinny. I think it was like a 775,
Mm-hmm.
but the graphic was sick. World Industries was very popping at that time.
I bet.
Yeah, the graphics were rad, and the Thunder Trucks, they were super cool. And, you know, I moved on, but one thing I haven't moved on from was Bones wheels.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bones wheels, like Bones wheels for life, you know. That's just me.
That's
But,
good that
yeah.
well, you started off. I started off with blanks, man. I had to because everything else was so dang expensive. But
It is, for
yeah,
sure.
for getting your full complete the first time, it's like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little pricey. But dude, that's cool, man. And what about were there local parks around the area too at the time?
Oh,
or-
dude, yeah, 100%. Murdy Park.
Murdy?
Yeah, Murdy
Okay.
Park. I love that park. So,
I've never been.
dude, Dylan
That's
Reeder
crazy.
used to skate that park back in the day, actually. And Dylan Reeder
Beagle
grew up
as
in
well.
Yeah, Beagle as well. Dylan Reeder used to skate Westminster a lot. You know, he's from Westminster.
Mm-hmm.
His dad's a barber over there, and yeah, Dylan Reeder used to call Murdy Park an ashtray park because it was so small. I actually have that shit tatted on me right over here.
Okay.
And yeah, Beagle grew up skating there. He's homies with a lot of my homies. You know, with Kill Murdy Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking love them, all the boys. You, Ryan Barbish, Ramon, Brandon Sandoval. They're all good people. Swelbo. So yeah, dude, it's a special place, but it's one of those locations where Murdy Park was actually the first skate park in Orange County, right? But everything back then couldn't be bigger than 3 feet. It was like a whole regulation policy type shit. And it worked out really well, man. Like, you had to be quick and creative with the setup at the park. And there's no coping there. There's no rails. it's very rough to skate if you don't know how to skate it.
Right. What is it? What's there? Is there ledges or something or anything?
You got like a box, and it's like has round coping on it, so it's very hard to lock in. But once you're locked in, you're good. But as soon as you land, you're hitting like a quick wall or ramp, and it's super quick feet type shit.
That's right. All right, yeah, because I do remember seeing old school footage of like another park that's no longer there.
Oh, Huntington Park.
Yeah,
Huntington Beach Park.
Yeah.
See, like when you're from LA, you got to be like very specific. Like, oh yeah, I grew up skating Huntington Beach.
Right.
Yeah, because I get that shit, confused real quick.
Huntington's a big place.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But have you been to the new one there, the rec center? Have you been?
Yeah. So I was gonna go to school right across the street at Addison, but I ended up going to school at Huntington High.
Okay.
And I wasn't right in between, but I was definitely closer to Addison. And I grew up skating the mani pad before the skate park, man.
Right. Yeah.
That's a classic spot. OGs. I remember seeing Tom Penny skate that, and just so many legends, dude. And
that's a spot where we're kind of talking about Daniel Yeager earlier. That's a spot where I seen him skate.
Oh yeah,
that mani pad.
Dude, it's so fun, man.
Yeah,
I love that spot. I learned a lot of tricks, especially with manuals. That's my mani pad.
That's that mani pad with the long mani pad against the wall, right?
Yeah. And those picked off that wall too. Like, it's so retarded because it's like you're not gonna roll away, or anything. You just slam and just like, I don't know.
Hey, nose pick is tight, even just dropping like that.
It's super narrow to get on, like standing on. It's like quick feet, It's doing right there and there.
That's cool, man. That's a fun spot. Yeah, it's an OG spot, man.
Yeah.
But that park is still pretty fun. That new one that they put in, because it's all like kind of slappy park. And everything's low.
Yeah.
So
that is really rad. We've had a lot of people that show up there. Like I've seen, that are making it. I love that park, dude.
That's cool. And where are you at now?
Paris,
you said.
Yeah.
What parks are out there?
Oh man. Right now we got 4 skate parks, right? So we got Getz Park, Goetz, and then we got Paragon, we got Copper Creek, and then we also got Enchanted Hills, and then we got that's gonna be built Floss Park.
Oh wow.
Flossfield. It's gonna be a really cool park, man. So this one city is gonna have 5 skate parks. And right now, I don't know any other city that has 5 skate parks.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty cool.
They're decent sizes too, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of space out there.
There's a lot of space, yeah. There's definitely a lot of space. A lot of shredders.
Do you know if Spawn Ranch is building it? Is it Spawn Ranch? Or
I don't know, man. I don't know who builds it.
You don't know?
No, but I know the guy that built Goetz Park. He ended up doing business with me at work, and he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm building a skate park at Lizzie's house in Long Beach or something like that. And I thought that was really cool, and he hooked me up with like wheels that she had given him, and I took him in. I just love it, man. It's all the skate parks, they're not pretty perfect, right? Mm-hmm. But they all have something unique at that park. And whether it's like a little hubba or just a ledge, but like they're all so unique. But Paragon, what it used to be, so they remodeled this park. Mm-hmm. So it used to be called Triple Crown.
Okay.
And they remodeled it and called it Paragon Park. They put $2.1 million into this park. It's a great park. It's it has like a little jet. It has a big mani pad, big ledge. They got a nice pool. And the coping on the pool is like perfect if, you're learning. Because it's not too bulky out,
Right.
And I like that. I like to learn on transition. And I have since they built that park.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's a rad park, man. Shout out Triple Crown Locals.
I've seen that. Yeah. You have like a Instagram to that too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I started following that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, those parks are rad. Now, I like it when they build a park that's friendly for like, goofy and regular. Because some parks, they'll put a rail and all of a sudden there's a stair set next to it on one side, and then then they'll roll up on the next, and you're like, yeah, but one person's going to get, messed up on that because it's not friendly for both sides.
Facts, yeah.
Do they have friendly sides like at those parks?
Oof. When it comes to rails, that park is, you definitely got like the the bump to bar, which is cool. Everyone can skate that one no matter what side, right? But you got like the handrail on the other end, and you got one stair set. I don't know. It depends what tricks you're trying to hit, but it's pretty rough.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the street course on that side is like pretty rough.
I mean, I get it too. It doesn't have to be perfect because I mean every street spot's not going to be like that for you.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to have a rail everywhere that. But
yeah.
I mean, I just to learn the learning factor, I would like to have like on both sides. Like at LP, man, I wish that rail was friendly on both sides for me.
Mm-mm.
Do it either put
Switch,
stairs on both sides or flat on both sides for me. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I have a question. My bad.
Yeah.
You said you grew up right here in Whittier.
Yeah, a little bit, man. Yeah, for sure. And I got family right over here. As I pulled into your area, you know, I saw a childhood memory spot, and I thought that was pretty awesome. My cousin Bobo used to live over there with his sister, my other cousin, Anise.
That's cool.
So it's special, man. I love this area. Whittier is really cool, man. It's a really cool spot. They also got a great record shop, Locals, which they moved a couple times. Fucking great record shop.
All right.
And there's so much to do. I mean, that band Plague Vendor, you know, they're from out here, and one of them is a homie Luke, dude. He shreds.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to fucking Plague Vendor, dude. And they made it on Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah,
The remodel for 3 and 4. They're on the soundtrack. That's really sick, dude. And they're on Pro Skater 5, I believe it was. Nice. You know what's crazier, dude? I went to that record shop, Laval's, and I remember like spending an extra $20 on a CD or a record, and just going off of the art cover, because everyone always says like never judge a book by its cover,
right?
But you could judge an album by its cover, and I totally did that. I picked up one, and it was Plague Vendor.
Okay.
And it was a free to eat album. I listened to it, did some research, and I found out they're from Whittier. Okay. Then I found out they were on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, and I was like, no way, dude.
That's right.
I reached out to him, and we ended up going to a show. Luke took me to like the merch table. And he's like, hey, man, pick anything you want from there. So I picked like the most expensive shirt I could find. He hooked it up. It was sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's rad, man.
Shout out to that right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, so how did you go from Whittier to Paris?
Oh, yeah. So, well, I went from Whittier and then to Huntington Beach. I was very fortunate. My mom wanted to raise me over there because she actually grew up in Pico Rivera. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty rough over there, man. Pretty rough. And
what years were you like in Pico?
Oh, man. Well, let's see. Probably like 2004 before a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little rough then, yeah.
Yeah, but my mom grew up in Pico Rivera in the 90s, and when she was able to get, financially stable, raised me in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, because I was going to say the 90s were pretty hectic.
Yeah, for sure. I just remember, like, my mom telling me a story, like, some dude had killed himself in front of my mom. It's like some wild shit, dude, right after high school. But, yeah, she wanted to raise me in a better neighborhood, and I'm very fortunate of that. But living in Huntington Beach, I still had to deal with, like, a lot of racism, man. It was like I was, too white for the browns and, too brown for the whites type shit. So It was hard to adjust, for sure.
I was walking through Huntington Beach one time. It was like when I was a youngster, and I was all suited up because we just had, like, a dance or something. We went over there in a limo, and I remember some guys like, what are y'all dressed up for, a court? I was like, what? Like, damn. I'm dressed nice and I'm still getting heat over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't friendly that friendly back in the day. But I mean, that's why I love skateboarding, bro. We don't get like that.
You don't judge. Yeah. Exactly. As long as you skate and you're pushing yourselves,
you know what?
It's not gonna be hate.
Like sometimes, bro, my bad, but like sometimes there's those skaters that when you show up to a skate park, back in the day, you used to get those looks where like all locals only or like who is this? But now it's actually kind of friendly, Like yesterday, I was at the spot in Long Beach. And there's like some tunnel ledges, and then like some locals that skate there all the time. I guess I was talking to them because at first, you see someone. You're skating a spot, you have the whole spot to yourself, and then you're like, hell yeah. And then you see some other skaters coming, you're like, oh shit, like. Wonder who that is. Sometimes you get those thoughts like, fuck, you want the whole spot to yourself. But other times you're like, oh shit, more people come through. Like, like let's make more friends, you know?
Bring the vibe.
So I had like two thoughts in my head. Like one of them was the negative thought and the other the positive. So I overcame the negative thought. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go introduce myself. Yeah. Tell them who I am. And they introduce themselves. And yeah, it was some dude that wrote for Foundation and like his filmer. Guys are from Long Beach. And dude, they swept up the spot a little bit and they ended up taking off. Yeah, pretty much, you know, because it was wet from the rain. Yeah. But next thing you know, bro, we just connected, you know, just instead of being like so negative, we were positive and became friends, you know, because of skateboarding, you know. So there's those kind of people that like are gonna like they have like I don't know, something about them that they're angry with themselves or something, and like they take it out on other people and they give you dirty looks, or like you're just like, damn, what's wrong with that person?
Yeah, I definitely remember like an era like that, like where you had to skate good to get the respect at like different parks, you know, and once they see you shred, they're like, oh dude, what's up, man, you know, and like back you up, they applaud you, and that means the world, of course. But you should always be a good person because everyone has a different story. It doesn't matter how old you are getting into skateboarding. The fact is that you're actually fucking skateboarding, right? And my heart goes out to anybody who skateboards. Shitty or not, man, you're having a good time. And that's what it's all about.
And it doesn't matter how old you are, you know, talented or not, you're having fun, you're exercising, you're escaping reality, doing something you love, makes you mentally feel good, physically. Facts. You know?
It does help to skate good, you know, because then you got more eyes on you, you know, and everybody's like, oh, cool. But, you know, yeah, I do remember getting those looks like, look at this guy coming in the park, and all of a sudden I do some stuff, and they're like, oh, he's cool, you know? Like, all right, yeah. All of a sudden, huh?
Yeah, but that's what it's all about.
Yeah, man.
And it's so cool how like my bad, and how you also like just connect, like how you said, like you do something cool and you're like, hey man, that was pretty cool. What's your name? And then like after that, you do something cool, or like he's like, hey man, that's cool, and then like feels good, you know. And then next thing you know, you're just friends.
Dude, you guys, your friends you'll feed off of each other. You know, one person does lead tricks, I do manuals, and then I'm like, okay, well, let me turn a manual into a ledge trick, you know? So, like, you can create a lot of things. You can be unique about it. And that's what's so special about skateboarding. And everyone has their own thing, their own obstacle, right? Some people skate rails better. Some people skate mani pads better. Some people skate ledges better. Transition better. Right. And, you know, if you can mix it all up, dude, it's a great time.
ATV.
My best friends are all skateboarders, 100%. And I love that, man.
Yeah, you brought some boys with you today, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Justin, Randy.
Hell yeah. Shout out. Justin and Randy.
They all get my kisses.
Shout out.
All right, dude. And then, so after Huntington Beach, you made your way out to the IE area?
Yeah.
When you're already on the board?
Yeah.
Was it easy to make friends once you got out there because you were skating, or?
You know, as soon as I moved out over there, I got in a relationship. I was kind of just at home. I settled down, type of ordeal, and then went through some toxic stuff. And
it happen.
Yeah, it happens, man. But you know what? I'm glad it all went down for a reason. I ended up going to the skate park more. They had just built Paragon Park, and I was going there before they remodeled it. Triple Crown is what it was, and it was like a prefab park. I loved it, man. It was cool because they had lights. Not many skate parks in Paris have good lights.
Okay.
Now the lights are a little bit different, but it works. It's like skating in a parking lot.
Is it still prefab or?
No, not at all. It's all concrete, man. Okay. $2.1 million in that park. It's sick. It's so sick. You can always have a good time. You pull up there, you'll definitely see me, Randy, or Justin there, just like bringing the party. And we're always skating, listening to Katy Perry or, you know, Taylor Swift. You know, we love that shit.
Cool.
Sometimes KRS-One, you know, we keep it OG still.
All right. Yeah. Well, I was listening to your Instagram, and a lot of punk rock, or I don't know what flavor that is, but yeah. But that was one. We got to one hip hop one, huh?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one that I like.
Oh, yeah? That was the rad one, dude.
Was it? Yeah.
So that's rad, man. And so then hanging out at the skate parks and meeting some friends is always fun.
It changed my life, man, for the better, for sure. And nowadays, I don't even know where we're getting into. Like, you know, it's always spontaneous. You know, we go skate one park and then we just end up somewhere completely different and just always have stories to tell, for sure.
That's right.
That is really cool. I love my buddies, man.
That's rad, man. And then, do you prefer the parks, or do you like street as well?
Dude, you gotta skate the street. You know, you gotta get out there and hit some street. It's hard when a lot of the streets are like spots are kind of a bust, but it's a rush. We skated Firestone Bridge not long ago. What was it, last 2 weeks or something like that? Less than that. And it was a rush, man. Like, you know, skating down the riverbed. So many rocks, dude. But that's the best feeling. Like when you roll away from it, it feels so damn good. That ball of adrenaline is just rolling through you.
Heck
and you gotta just, you know, commit.
Is there a lot of spots out there, street spots, or do you guys come out this way?
Oh yeah, that's true. Justin hit kind of a few spots in Paris. I mean, there's some famous spots out there. I've seen like, I think Chris Johnson hit. It's like a bank and like a ledge, like a loading dock height ledge. But it could be also a mani pad. But it's a rough spot.
It's rough.
Like, yeah, the sidewalk is super narrow. You could do it. It's doable. Yeah. It's been hit, you know, but it ain't easy.
That's why we like the streets, man.
Yeah, exactly.
People see it. Yeah, the people see it on the videos, and they're like, "Oh, I want to go there."
Yeah, you get there.
Nah, not when you get there. Yeah,
that's facts.
Yeah.
Not just that, it has challenges too, like the crack, security, getting kicked out.
Yeah.
You said the sidewalk was narrow, so yeah.
You know what's interesting though? The colleges, bro.
Okay.
Colleges have the best spots. No matter what college you go to, I feel like there's always more than just something, bro. You got to really look out. Mostly like UCR, you know, really great school, man. They got a lot of spots there. Yeah, Golden West College, that, you know, is all out there. Super cool spot. They have a mani pad. They have like I think it's like an extended 5 block. I'm going to say 5 block. But it's rough, and you land on like a super heavy brick ground. And as soon as you land, it's like a big wall. Like, so sketch. So sketch.
UCR?
Golden West College. UCR is sick though, dude. Yeah. They got a lot of spots too. Rough spots, but it's sick, man. Go out there and skate street.
Can you get kicked out of those places?
You can. Yeah. You totally can. But if you go on a certain day, like Sundays, sometimes you're chilling. I don't know about Golden West on Sundays, but UCR for sure is like chilling. They're usually pretty cool. Respectable with skateboarders. It's not like what it used to be, you know what I mean? Right. Skateboarding back then was like, no, don't do that shit again. Now it's like, all right, guys, you guys are chilling, but like, 10 more minutes, you know?
That's cool.
And then
I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, there's no need to get all wild and crazy usually. Even as far as skaters too, getting all crazy with the security.
Yeah,
I mean, just be nice.
With respect.
Be like, all right, we're gonna go. Don't come up to me all crazy.
Right.
You know.
Dude, but, there's the younger generation, bro, where they go to a spot, like say for example, back in the day, Wilshire, that spot, everybody used to hit it. So there'll be a group of skaters that'll go, and then they'll mess with the security, treat the security like shit. Security get mad, so he kicks them out. Oh, no. And then the next group comes, and the security just being a dick to us, like, hey man, didn't I just tell you guys to leave? Like the meanest security ever, and we're like, dude, why is he like? And we understand it's because of the other group, you know?
Yeah.
But we're all teenagers, you know? And then after that, we're just messing with the security. Yeah. I don't know if you know, it's like the fat, chubby lady security from Wilshire. Wilshire 10 and 15. They put her in one of the Baker videos.
Yeah.
Where,
they put the poles in front of it, though, right? Yeah. I remember walking by it, dude. And I was like, damn, it's so legendary, dude. Baker for sure. You know, it's even... Just thinking about, like, Baker, man. The homie Marquise...
Okay.
I got a call. He answered it. It's like, do you want to accept this call from blah, blah, blah? Terry Kennedy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had talked to Terry Kennedy, and he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I got family out over there in Menifee. I got family over in Paris or something like that. And he said he was going to get out soon, you know? And I heard recently on, like, some social media shit that he was getting out really soon. Right, so he wasn't lying. It's just, I knew about it before it all came out.
That's cool.
But I had to keep it low. Like, you know, I don't want to jinx anything.
Right. Yeah.
That's super random, dude. Terry Kennedy's a legend, dude. He's a shredder.
TK.
Shout out.
All right. Is there a favorite park that you have, or one that you want to visit that you haven't visited yet?
Oh, something on my hit list, huh? Dang. I always got to say my favorite parks are at home.
Right.
You know, it's like no matter what. Love Paragon. I love Murray Park. Murray Park has a place in my heart. Mm-hmm. What if I could go back to a park that doesn't exist anymore? It'd be Huntington Park.
Huntington Park, yeah, me too.
The old G one.
I never got to skate it. So, yeah.
I got to skate it once, but I wasn't good enough.
I can't even remember if I even went. If I did go, I wasn't good enough, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, I might have just been sitting there because we did go skate Huntington High one time, and
I love that school.
Right,
so fun to skate there.
And I remember my homie was like, "Dude, that's Andrew Reynolds right there."
Yeah,
okay. He was just a youngster, man.
So trip out, dude. I seen videos of them, and they used to live in the same apartments I did.
Oh yeah.
And I talked to Beagle about it, you know, and I don't know if he remembers, but like I definitely talked to him. I was like, "Yeah, I used to live over there off of Warner," and they had the skate crew called Warner Avenue Crew,
right?
And that later on, you know, their main park was like Murray, Huntington Park, but like obviously, or not Huntington Park, Huntington Skate Park. And they loved it over there, but they were always skating streets. I think Dustin Dolan had just moved down around there, I think to Newport or something. But there's so much history at the apartments. And I looked at footage, and not many of the apartments there were the same because I lived in a condo section-ish. Like it was a 2-story apartment one. And yeah, I remember looking at footage. I'm like, damn, that looks like my apartment that I lived in. You know, and I wonder that. I still wonder that.
That'd be crazy if it was the same spot. Huh?
Yeah.
Got to get the address to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, dude. What, like you said, what about a park you want to see besides the old school one? Have you been to that like San Diego one? What's that one?
Which one?
Linda Vista. It's pretty huge.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
That one is rad, dude.
I mean, it's like I feel like it's like a Disneyland for a skater. Yeah, it's like so big. It's got so everything in it. I like how it kind of runs like a kind of like a track too,
right.
Back and stuff. So it's got some flow to it.
No, I'm always trying to go out and explore, and I feel like I've been pushing for 21 years, man. Mm-hmm. So within that time frame, I've definitely been to a lot of skate parks, you know, and I love that. I like to go to new places. If anything, I just want to like leave the state and go check out spots like skate parks or street spots. I don't know anything in Nevada. I haven't been anything around there. Arizona, I hit that one. What's that one park called? It's like with Cowtown.
Oh yeah,
West Desert.
What is it called?
West Desert or the one in Phoenix?
I think it's the one in Phoenix. Yeah, that one was sick. Was it in Phoenix? I don't remember.
Where they have Phoenix Am or the other one, Tempe?
No, yeah. Where they would have Phoenix. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Desert West.
I have to look at the footage on it, but they have Cowtown right attached to it. But super cool, man. Like it was so convenient. Like how sick is that, dude? Like you go to a skate park, you stop a board, you break a bearing, and then boom, you got all of it right there. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what we're kind of talking about it yesterday, me and my buddy. Like, there needs to be like ice cream trucks, but with, like skate equipment. You feel me? Like, for one, we're trying to get the munchies on. We're trying to get our ice cream, our waters, our Gatorades.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Have you heard of a skateboard bus?
Skateboard bus?
Mm-hmm.
No.
They're kind of like it's kind of like an ice cream truck for skaters.
A little Uber of skateboarders, bro?
It's a mobile skate shop.
Yeah?
Mobile skate shop.
Where do they go out?
I mean, you could even have them come out to your park too. Like, all they do is like you can rent them.
Call them out.
Yeah, they'll set up a date. All you guys got to do is be there, and they'll come out.
Yep. Shout out to Daniel.
Yeah.
Skateboard bus.
Oh, yeah, I love that idea, dude. Like, we need that. We need more of that, you know, for sure.
I mean, it does
not to give them competitors or anything.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It does kind of take away from your local shop, you know what I mean? But, I mean, it's kind of, why not? If you're going to build a giant, huge park, how is there not like a little skate shop attached to it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or something, some kind of business, like, so you could, like, sell the kids sodas and ice creams. And
I swear, dude, kids come up to me, they're like, you got a tool? I'm like, yeah, I got a tool. Like that, but then they're like, you got bearings? You got hardware? I'm like, dog, what the fuck? Like,
seriously.
I got a skate shop, homie? Like, I wish I did, but no, I don't.
I mean, I usually carry all that stuff in my backpack.
Yeah, you come prepared, bro. That's good. I need to start doing that for sure.
I do, man. Just in case, because you could be far away, and then you're like,
when you're getting streets, that's different. But you're you're local, you know, you're not expecting any of that. So, I get you.
Yeah. But that's cool, man. I mean, that'll be cool to see you travel out of state and hit
Let's do it, dude.
Because they have bigger transitions
out of country, too. Let's head out Mexico, bro. I'm down. I'm down to go to Spain as well. Oh my God. It'd be so sick.
That'll be dope.
Well, what part of Spain? Barcelona?
Dude, Barcelona, man. I want to go there. I want to go to Madrid.
Down.
I'm just down. I'm totally down. I don't know what the laws are, but I think it's pretty laid back. I grew up watching a lot of videos, you know, back in the day. So I don't know. I feel like it's still, you know, skate friendly.
You have a dream trick in mind?
Dream trick in mind, I do. So I got nollie inwards, and I used to have nollie inward rewinds, but to take that off something, oh, that's a dream trick of mine for sure. Other dream tricks I've gotten broke on. I did front 180 switch crook. I was trying those, and I just didn't lock in, dude. I overshot it, and it went into fakie manual, and I slid out so hard, and I like cooked my entire hip.
Damn.
But it's on my hit list. I'm gonna get it for show before July. I need to. It's something like, it makes sense because I can do like ollie manual switch crooks, half cabs out, and it's like ollie manual, so I'm like reverting, but it's almost the same thing. Like, you know, a tail slide. Right? Tail slide, you're just locking in. But if you tweak it just a little bit more, that's a 180 switch crook. So it's like, you know, I got tail slides unlocked. Let's run it. So that's a couple dream tricks for sure.
I know. I mean, sometimes you'll get into a trick on accident trying something. You're like, oh, damn, is that gonna happen? Well, let's try that.
Yeah, it throws you off though too because you're not expecting it. You know?
Right. And then you're like, Now I'm trying this new thing and I haven't even got the last thing yet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break right here, and then we'll finish it up when we get back. All right. All right. Now let's get into who's your local shop now.
Oh, that's a good question, man. I like Codex. I fuck with Overcast too. Okay. I just went to an event actually yesterday. Overcast is 10 years having a skate shop. That's a special thing. It's hard to do. Keeping a skate shop for about 10 years, man.
Nowadays,
respect.
It's not easy.
It is not. And what I love about that dude, he does delivery service. You know, we were just talking about like, you know, your homie.
Yeah, with the skateboard bus.
Yeah.
He'll deliver product or what?
Yeah, he. So I got my board stolen, and I got it back. But before I got it back, I was like, damn, I need trucks. I need those indies. I was fiending for some indies, bro. And Woody pulled up. He's the owner of Overcast. And delivered them to me. So shout out to Woody, man. Great event. Proud of him, man. Owns a shop in Temecula. And then Codex runs that shop over in Hemet. So, you know, there's no skate shop in Paris, man. Someone needs to step up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got 5 parks with no skate park.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's Codex. Is that the name of it?
Codex.
Is that the one that's throwing that event at Hemet?
They're going to be sponsoring that Hemet Am. Yeah, that's going to be sick, dude.
You were saying that's a contest, a new amateur contest that's coming up? Or?
Yeah, May 25th. May 25th is going to be sick, dude. There's going to be bands playing. There's cash rewards. You do got to pay to get in. I think it's like $150 to participate. But if you can get a slot in, dude, run it.
Oh, it's $150 like entry fee to skate?
Mm-hmm.
But the grand prize is what, $3,000?
I believe so, yep.
Okay. All right.
And it's cool, man. It gives kids the opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, if you believe you got what it takes.
Got to pay to win, son.
Yeah.
So it's they're going to be doing it yearly, or you're not sure yet?
Yeah. It's supposed to be yearly. And that's changing the game. So you got Timba Am. You got Phoenix Am.
Damn Am.
And now you got Damn Am. But now we got Hemet Am, bro.
Is this the first one?
So sick. It's going to be the first one. Okay. Super cool, dude. Pumped. Can't wait to see all the shredders there.
Yeah, this drops on May 8th. So it'll be right before that. So
right on.
So that's cool, man. That's rad. Well, shout out to your local shops out there that you support, because that's important as well. But yeah, it'd be cool to get Paris a skate shop if it's needed.
Right, it's needed.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, anybody wants to step up. I mean, there's probably money just going to other cities right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. We have a lot of good shredders over in Riverside, man. Samaria was one of the first ones that believed in us while we were building the skate park page. And she was in the Olympics. You know, she shreds, dude. She's on covers of Thrasher. She's on the back covers as well. Like, it's just super cool, man.
That's right.
And, I love the support, man. She remembered me, and I was like, jaw dropped. I was like, what? you remember my name?
Mm.
Like, it's so special.
Damn.
I love skateboarding, man. The culture, the people. Love it all.
All right. What's your board setup? What are you skating?
Oh, I got 2 setups. I got a spank board, 8.5, and I got my indies on there, the indie hollows.
Okay.
And then Bones wheels, Bones or Reds bearings, indie hardware, mob grip for life.
Okay.
You know. And then my other setup was an 875 slave deck, titanium hollows with Bones wheels, but these ones are the double lock-ins.
Okay.
I think they're the V7s. They're super sick, dude. 55 millimeters.
Is one of them your street board and one like a vert board or like a
No. I
board?
just got both now.
You just got both for everything?
Thought my board was stolen and I got it back.
Oh, okay. So
but I like to play around with different boards. I'm a board nerd. Like, if I could, I'd get a thicker board, you know, just to play around with.
Okay.
Even a smaller one, just for flip tricks, you know.
That's why I was
Makes a
wondering, because I
difference.
have 2 different boards, usually for like one for the mini ramp and then one for the street.
Oh, that's rad.
But like I've gotten so used to the street board because I ride it way more that now I get on the vert board. It's like it has the same turn radius because they're different trucks.
Yeah.
So now before I turn way too much, now I feel like I don't turn enough.
Oh,
So I gotta find that like middle ground or whatever.
balance.
But yeah, man, that's so cool. Shout out to your setups, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your board was just borrowed by a little kid or what?
We had a barbecue, bro, and I thought it was all cool, you know, like the homies are all there, and I do remember some little girl asking me like, "Can I have this board?" I have a dinosaur on that slave deck,
Oh,
and kids love dinosaurs,
Yeah.
so I'm like, "Damn," you know. I thought it was her, and then another homie was talking to some girl, and he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, you're never gonna believe this." I'm like, "What?" I got your board.
yeah.
Dude, I never smiled harder in my entire life than ever. Like, when you got the thing is, I'm not tripping about the board, right? That's replaceable. But the trucks, you gotta fucking work for that shit.
Right.
You know what I
They're all
mean?
broken in the way you like.
Dude, the grooves were natural and like, I put a lot of work into that, you know? But it doesn't matter. We you know, you win some, lose some.
Yeah.
But I love my trucks. They're just broken in the way I need them. You know, and that's what I love about it. Breaking in new trucks is never fun to me, but
Right.
you still got to get it done. So,
All right. Now you mentioned Spank. Is that a
yeah, that's my board sponsor.
That's your
Spank
board sponsor?
Skateboards, yes sir. They're really rad, and it's funny how I got put onto them. They actually had another rider named Kevin, and they put him in the bio, but I guess he deleted Instagram. They're like, damn, how come it's not connecting? So they put my name on there, thinking I was him. So it was by accident.
Oh wow.
Yeah, totally by accident, and I ended up just going with the flow. You know, it's like, all right. They watched my videos, and then we skated together.
Okay,
and,
I was gonna say they're sending you boards and thinking you're somebody else, but they know who you are now.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they're cool, dude.
but they know who you are now, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. We film every Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's cool.
It's a lot of work because I go skating Sunday. I skate every day, pretty much, man.
Right.
Whether I want to or not, I got to do it. You know, got to clock in and do it.
That's rad, dude. Well, shout out to them for giving you that chance, because I mean, it could have been like, my bad, just keep the boards and then bye. But yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, no, he's cool.
And
The boards are sick.
are you working on any projects?
We are. We're talking about working on so I run that skate park page in Paris.
Triple
And there's-
Crown Locals?
Triple Crown Locals, and then we
Okay.
got Gibble Skate Park Plaza, which is another Instagram, and we're talking about doing a handshake video. So it's gonna be the Hemet locals skating Paris,
Uh-huh.
and the Paris locals skating Hemet.
Okay.
So it's like a really cool video. We're gonna,
sounds
cool.
cool.
It's a handshake.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're respecting each other parks, and it's needed. Like this community needs to see shredders. We always have new people featured on our skate videos, and we have hijinks that go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes the videos so interesting to people to
Right,
watch.
right.
You know?
Yeah, because a lot of times, man, I said it before, like if we just see clip, you don't get to see the person's personality.
Yeah,
or
no.
whatnot.
We keep the skate culture alive.
Right.
And I think that's so important because, like, you could totally keep it G-rated. You know, us, I'm not really tripping. We have, like, city councils that, like, follow us, like, people in, like, the city involved. following and watching every move we make.
Wow.
We even had like the Temecula mayor watch our videos, and like, you know, it kind of puts you on edge. Like, damn, what should I post next? You know, but like at the end of the day, we're skateboarders.
Right.
We like to smoke. You know,
Right.
we like to drink, but we keep it G-rated. We're not going to overdo it too much. We recycle. We clean up after the park.
Right.
So that's my biggest main thing is like clean up. Every time I leave Paragon Park, I make sure the ledge is clean. I don't want to have someone, you know, clean up after the kids' mess.
Right.
You know, so if you have an opportunity, you're at the skate park, any skate park for that matter, clean up.
Yeah.
No one likes that.
I know, man. I hate when people leave their trash behind.
Facts.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be skaters, just anywhere, anybody.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I see people stopping at a light and they just open their door. You're like, they're throwing trash out. You're like, what the hell is wrong with you?
If your dog shits at the park, clean that shit
Pick
up,
it
bro. You don't want to get shit on our grip tape, bro.
I know. That's true, too. I don't even like people spitting in the skate park either because I feel like I'm going to step on it and get it on my grip. I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude, you got a noogie on the bottom of your shoe.
park, please.
Dude, I
Nasty.
was at work.
Uh-huh.
And dude, there's this, I don't know who, but someone left a 12-pack of like beer right there in the parking lot. You know, like first of all, they're drinking at work. Second of all, they're leaving evidence behind.
Yeah, dumb.
Empty cans.
Littering. You know?
Oh, okay.
Strike three. You know.
There's a time to party, and it's always going to be after work. When you're clocked in, lock in.
Yeah.
You know, like work, business comes first. That's what's going to keep you going. That's what's going to pay the bills. Why risk that? You know, you can have fun outside and you can skate still.
Oh, yeah.
So that's important, man. Clean up after yourself. Don't drink on the job. I'm not going to encourage you to drink and skateboard because everyone's still different, you know, and I respect everybody that's sober in skateboarding.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, we like to party. We listen to Kesha at the park. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I done it. But,
Yeah, you got to grow up at some time. I get that.
I mean, I kind of slowed down just so I could skate more because it was getting a little out of control for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man, dude. So you are working on some projects right now, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Looking forward to that.
Cool. Anything dropping in the future, like video-wise, recording-wise?
We're always filming. We try to post a video every week.
Every week? Okay.
Every week we're posting skate videos, and always have somebody new featured on. And I never know who's going to pop up. You just never know. And I've asked people.
Where are you posting them at?
On the Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah, I feel like we should start a TikTok. You know, I feel like TikTok's blown up a little bit more since the ban.
Mm-hmm.
You know, more people are viewing our videos. Like, I have a solo TikTok, and people are watching it a lot. But, like, if we make a part page of it with, like, the people, I think that's the hardest part, too, though. Right? So, I'll film a skate park video, montage. That's what I do. I do montages.
Mm-hmm.
I love montages. I like to keep music and, like, you know, everyone trusts me with the edit. And the hardest part is, like, once you post it, you're like, damn, I got to remember his at. I got to remember her at, his at. It's a lot of ats, you know? Yeah, we only got, like, a minute and I think it's, like, 10 seconds or 20 seconds or something like that. Like, damn, a lot to fit in all into one.
Mm-hmm.
But then I start to remember everybody. Like, I'll reach out, whether someone knows them or not. And I'm like, all right, got it.
Yeah.
People have different
Who is this
Instagram
person?
names.
Yeah, who is this person in this? Yeah. Yeah, you want to give
Random
everybody
Instagram
their credit, too.
100%. 100%.
Dude, I'm like, one thing it's like that I dislike is like when you're trying to like tag your filmer, but you can't find him on Instagram because keeps changing his name, or like your homie
Or
that
deleting his Instagram?
No, they keep changing their names.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
can't find them. I'm like, dude, it's so hard to tag. Like,
It
trying to
doesn't
find
even
them and
involve
tag
their
them.
name, though, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's some funny-ass names out there, man.
Yeah.
It's just, like, those you go off completely. Like, that's you?
Yeah, I'll just put the real name after. I'm just like, filmed by Kevin, filmed by Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's if I
all
can't
you gotta
find them,
do.
you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to play it safe, for sure.
Because, yeah, for sure, always give credit, bro. Like, there's those
Yeah.
skaters that no credit at all when their filmer's right there for an hour or 2 hours, you know? I'm like, dude, that's messed up.
I posted a skate video on the Plaza skate park page, and I forgot to add Justin. I was like, damn it. You know, I got to delete it because we have a homie. His name's
You
hashtag
can't
Rob.
just edit it in?
No, yeah. I edited. Well, it was for a story, so you can't. As soon as it's
Oh, that's
posted,
true.
you got to
That's true.
delete
The
it.
Stories.
So I deleted it, and I was like, damn, let me add them because a homie hashtag Rob that we've been going for a while. he ended up gathering on that name because he didn't have Instagram.
Wow.
And people pull up to him at the skate park and they're like, "Are you #Rob?" It's like, that's right. We started that,
Sick.
It is super cool, man. We've had an impact. We've gone to bars, local breweries in Paris, and OGs be like, "Yeah, I see what you're doing in the video," and they have a lot of support to us, and I got a lot of support to all the homies.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Shout out.
Take one more break. And we're back again. All right, let's get into if you could travel anywhere besides, we did march in Barcelona.
Yeah.
But anywhere else in the country, here, there?
That's a good question. I want to hit up Hawaii. Again. I used to travel to Hawaii because my parents would always go over there. But to skate, I wasn't able to. So Hawaii looks rad. It looks rad. It's a good culture out there too,
I think they may be passing a law, if I'm not mistaken, that the kids might have to start wearing helmets even for street skating.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So
it's important to wear your helmet for show. But when you got years on experience, you kind of know your limits of what you can do, what you can't do.
That's true.
But 100% protect your heads.
For sure, man. Because I've been confident too, and my mini ramp has gotten me where I've slipped back and got whiplash, and
you get cooked on anything.
I tapped my head, and I was by myself back there too. So if I got knocked out, I would have been screwed,
Yeah.
No. So it was a little scary, but yeah, man.
What about our ankles? You roll your ankle, you still got to drive home, man. If your solo session, that's scary. I worry about that sometimes.
I try not to do that anymore at my age. Go by myself. Yeah, I always want a driver with me just in case.
Yeah, no, it's good to have a backup driver, man. Get yourself a DD.
Yeah.
I was like, who mentioned one time we had one of the guests, or I forget who was it. They were saying that they don't like keeping their phone, when you film selfie, they don't like they don't like filming themselves on their phone because what if they fall, get hurt, they won't be able to get up and reach it, so they just keep it in their pocket,
That's great, man.
Yeah, they just film with their GoPro, whatever.
Yeah,
side camera.
Yeah. I just hate the fact that I usually skate to music, so I'm in a groove, and then when I want to use my phone to film, it's the same thing I'm listening to, so it shuts the music off, and I'm out of my groove.
That's why I like Apple, man. Just recently, they had the update where you can listen to music and you could still record, which works out for me.
It doesn't record the music?
No, it doesn't record the music as long as you have it on your headphones.
That's cool.
But I filmed a lot of clips, and sometimes I'm like, damn, I want to listen to music. I'm locked in. I like to be with the vibe, but it is important to hear his surroundings. So keep that in mind.
Well, I popped one in. So
that's good. Yeah.
I got the one in. So, but we've had different guests where it says that it fucks up their equilibrium if they have only one in. They have to have two or none. So,
talking in Huntington Beach, Brown, I remember I may have been 12 years old. I got a ticket for having two headphones in my ear.
Wow.
Yeah, wired headphones, and it was a ticket because you're supposed to have only one when you're on a bicycle or a skateboard.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
you're not supposed to have them in your They sent me to helmet school. I was like, what is helmet school? And they showed me different types of helmets, dude. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I had to pay to go in, but it is what it is, man. Huntington Beach is fucking crazy.
That is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Helmet school? I never thought that was a thing.
Wow. I didn't know that was either until I went. I was like, okay. Now I know what a bicycle helmet is compared to a skateboarding helmet, compared to a motorcycle helmet. Wow, there's so many different helmets.
Yeah. We used to try to wear the baseball helmet to get away with it. We didn't like the other. Yeah, because we didn't like
one ear uncovered, bro.
Well, it's just not even that. Just the cap, the cap.
Yeah, okay, I got you. The Andy Anderson type shit?
Kind of looking like that.
That's right.
Yeah, but, just because the other ones look so goofy,
No, you have to do it, I remember skating the block back in the day. Yeah. I was a little boy. My mom that was my daycare at a point.
Pad, yeah.
Yeah, I remember my mom used to drop me off over there while she goes to work right after school. And I remember buying 99-cent store elbow pads, like the Spider-Man ones, just because they were so small. And it didn't bother me too much. Because if I got the other ones, they were just
Too bulky.
I didn't like the bending on the arm or the knee. Like, I just wanted my freedom. But yeah, rest in peace of that park.
Yeah, man. All right. What about hobbies off the skateboard? What are you doing off the board?
Oh, dude, I edit a lot. I like to just hang out, man, and just be with my buddies, dude. Have a good time. But I love to edit. We'll go out places where I shouldn't even be editing. I'll be at a casino, and I'm just, like, locked in. All the homies are winning money, and I'm just, like, not focusing on that. Yeah, I'm, like, trying to put it to my ear, make sure it's on point with the edit. No matter what, I love editing. And I've had lots of cameras back in the day. I had a Canon GL2. I've had, like, little handy-down cameras. And it all worked, man. They all worked for me. Okay. And, yeah, I love filming. I love editing. That's my thing. I've always wanted to make a banger clip video. Montage has always been my thing. I've had lots of videos.
Nothing on YouTube, though, you said?
Oh, I got stuff on YouTube. But not for Paragon Park, but, like, my solo stuff. So
what's your YouTube?
Butterfilm Productions.
Butterfilm
Productions, man. We got good videos. Actually, you'll see a lot of Downey clips. Victor Garcia, he's in it. Yeah, Andrew. I forget how to pronounce his last name. He's like Swedish or something, but Brzezinski, I want to say it is. He's super rad. He was a high school dropout, and then ended up getting onto college, and then ended up getting in community college, and then he went to UCLA, and right now my boy is like becoming a lawyer. So it's like really cool to see that process, man. Stoked for him as a skateboarder,
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
That's cool.
For sure, man. Shout out to that, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shout out to editing and all that stuff. I definitely want to check out your page and everything.
Yeah, thank you.
So you consider yourself more as a filmer and editor than a skateboarder, or?
Oh man, nah, for sure not. I mean, it was one of those things that, like, you didn't have a filmer. You grabbed the camera and you filmed the homies, and they pay the respect back, But I always wanted to get good footage. I like the film the clip, panning out, and then I like to pan, from the outside. They get the skateboarder. Like, there's an art to it, Same thing with photography, and I respect photographers, man, because it's not easy. You just gotta have that right eye, and you gotta make sure that everything's all in frame. I'm not trying to get clips that, cut your head off or cut your shoes off when you're in the middle of a skate clip. Like,
right.
I'm not trying to get booty angles, bro. Like, I'm trying to get good clips, everything matching up to one another. And it's always important to keep filming. It's never a bad thing to have longer footage than just a short clip. You got to film the hijinks. Yeah. Film everything around you, because you just never know what's going to happen. The homie may land a trick, but he may go back and hit another trick, depending on how good he's feeling. So, just reaction, reaction matters as well.
That's true.
So I like to capture those moments. And the special thing about skateboarding is that you get to capture those moments, and you just never know. I have footage of a lot of my homies, who passed away, and those memories live forever.
For sure.
Because of video. So, that holds a special place in my heart. Rest in peace to all the homies.
Yes, sir. All right. Listo, you have any other questions?
Oh, yeah, bro. Going back to you when you were young, man, like, you said, was it your uncle?
Yeah.
Your uncle? And then, like, so was he the only dude you were skating with, or who was your circle that you started skating, and who showed you the ropes, or what was your first trick? Like, who showed you the ropes, and what was your first trick that you landed?
Yeah, for sure. My homie, man, I like to skate with people that were just learning on the same level as me, because we can feed off of each other. Mm-hmm. So I used to be I'm embarrassed to say, I used to be a Mongo pusher.
Oh, why are you embarrassed, bro? We had some.
Yeah,
I was a Mongo for years, but not no more.
No, so like I had homies that were pushing regular, and I was goofy footed, and I would push Mongo still at the same time, but I was goofy footed. So what I remember was that he was learning shove-its, and I was like, oh, okay, let me try it the other way. Mm-hmm. So if anything, like, Mongo definitely benefited me to rolling up switch. I feel confident to this day. Like, I'll run switch. That's no problem. Drop my board. But my switch game has gotten better because of it. Like, I've learned nollie inward heels before fakie. That's crazy to me, but it's because I felt more powerful on this right foot than I did on the left on scooping. And it just kind of all worked out in the end. But I did have to stop pushing Mongo at a certain point because I remember there was this high school kid, and I was in middle school. And he was like, man, you got to stop doing that. It's either you push regular or you pick goofy, but you got to pick. And I was like, damn. All right. So I had to switch it up, and it made sense after a while. I still had the urge to push Mongo, but I just didn't want to stick with it. It did look ugly,
I mean, I watched my old footage. I'm like, ew, should have cut that those pushes out. Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
Switch Mongos are cool though. That's OG stuff, Like I remember watching Eric Costa pushing those fast switch Mongo push. Dude, he's just shredding.
Or like right now, Thiago, how he pushes.
Yes, switch. Dude. Like that makes sense, but
right.
Since I have had so much comfortability, I could push both ways, and that also played off in the long run because I film. Right? So sometimes I got to push switch and I got to stop switch. So you get more of a board feel, and I have more board control. Just recently, which is pretty random, but I learned how to carve bowls switch.
That's cool.
No one's ever told you, hey, try and switch, until you're actually thinking about it. I'm like, damn, why couldn't I have done that?
That's scary.
And you get into it, and it's fun. It's fun. It's a rush. It's like starting all over again.
Yeah.
So it's important.
Yeah, that's cool. Anything else, Listo?
Oh yeah, what was your favorite trick? No, I mean your first trick that you ever landed.
The first trick. That's talking about Mongo pushing. Nollie shove it. That changed the game. Just starting off doing nollie, dude. Nollie shove it, and then it was like nollie 360 shove it. Ollies, of course, came around, but I think I got nollie shove it before Ollies. Which is pretty funny.
Yeah, easy. I mean, we all did like varials and shove its and
varial flips were funny. I remember doing Caspers, not like the real Caspers, like the ones that were your board's already touching the ground, or cigar flips, right? Is that what they're called? I heard somebody call them milkshake things or something like that. I'm like, what is that?
Dude, nowadays they have like all these weird names.
What happened? I don't know.
Dolphin flip, what else? Hospital flip.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Disco flip.
Yeah, dolphin flips are heavy, bro. I remember watching one guy do a dolphin flip up a ledge. And I was like, I'm still mind blown to this day. Mm-hmm. Who does dolphin flips nowadays? Mm-hmm. People need to cook up the old tricks again, dude.
Do you know?
That's a heavy trick.
Do you know they're all standing? They're all standing. He used to write for Element back in the day. He was in the Elementality, or This Is My Element.
This Is My Element?
Yeah, they're all standing.
I can't recall off the name, but
yeah, that dude used to do
dolphin flips. Heavy.
Sick. Like he did it on like on this flag gap. Dude, it looked insane. I think that was one of my first dolphin flips I seen.
Really? Well, I remember from was it Element? No, it was Zero. Marissa Delsano. Really great girl skateboarder till this day. One of my favorites. Mm-hmm. She's heavy, dude. She would do like kickflip fucking melons and like 50-50 cannonballs on a handrail.
Damn.
And like underrated girl skateboarder. I love her, man. I actually, she's still around. I don't think she still shreds. I don't know if she rides for anyone right now, but I bought a t-shirt from her. And it was a Mad Caddies, which is like a ska brand, ska band. And the logo is an old school indie logo. So it has like the crosshair, but it says Mad Caddies and it says soft rock or something like that. Cool. It was like super cool. She signed it for me. She gave me a little toy. It was like a little vinyl toy. And it's Garfield on a skateboard.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was so pumped, dude. She's gnarly. Look her up. Yeah. Marissa Delsano.
She was in the Zero Strange World.
Yeah. So you remember, man. Yeah, she's a shredder, bro.
Dude, she was like the top girl back in the day. From like, dude, took out Lacey Baker, Vanessa Torres.
Yeah. Dude, you remember? Yes. Yeah.
She was like, Marissa Santo came in. I was like, damn, now this is the top girl,
Yeah. She's still a gnarly shredder to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw like a little documentary piece like when she was hitting a rail and she had like a fucked up ankle or something, and she still went at it because her team manager told her, like, do it again. Like, I didn't get the clip good.
Damn.
And she went back at it. And you got to be ready for that stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, when you're a pro, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
and back in the day, like that too, dude. Like I've been hearing of like stories, documentaries of pros, how they would go on trips and they'll get hurt. But dude, like there was no way out. You would still have to skate, or else you'll be off the team. You know?
Yeah. It's a rough living, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a property manager.
Yeah. All right. That's a good thing.
Property manager?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
You know, I was just applying for jobs, and I was working graveyard shift at one gas station over there by the Firestone Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible job, bro. And my boss written me up. He said I didn't mop the fucking office or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I totally did. And he didn't believe me. I had green hair. I was an outcast. I had a 1993 Toyota Corolla, a bunch of skate stickers and punk band stickers on there. And I was like, you know what? I'm over this. I'm over this job. I kept applying. And then I got offered by a company, and I said, hey, look, we'll pay you this much. I started off as assistant manager in Norwalk, and I ended up working with them for a while. Then I would commute to Laguna Niguel and Laguna Hills, like Orange County area. And then they offered me an apartment. They said, hey, we got a spot in Menifee if you're interested. I'm like, Menifee? Never heard of Menifee my entire life, you know? And I take the opportunity, and I end up over there, and I've, you know, started a whole new life.
That's crazy.
I still got family out over here, but it's important,
I
man.
mean, hey, that's cool, man. You're living.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
Is that when you moved out there because of the job?
Yeah. I took a risk, started a whole new life. I left my friends. I left my family, but I didn't really leave them. You know what I mean? I was still there, but it was more of a distance for sure. I definitely didn't visit more. I was just more focused on building. I was starting over completely. Like when I moved to my first apartment, I had nothing. I had a twin-size mattress. I had like a couch. It was supposed to be an L-shaped couch, but I couldn't fit it in the apartment because it was a studio. And I worked with it, and I built off of it. I had no dressers. I had totes. You know, I had nothing to my name.
Starts, man.
Yeah, now I'm moving up. I'm going into I believe a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. So it's cool, you know. I'm very grateful to where the come up has gone. That just means more furniture, though.
Yeah, more stuff to buy. Fill in the space.
Hey, slowly but surely. But surely.
You know what's cool is like, you know, I never expected myself to have a dog. So I have a little Chica. Chica, she's from Watts. She's a rescue. She was from the streets.
Shout out.
Shout out to Watts. Shout out to Chica. And just recently, I rescued a dog at Paragon Park. And this dog tried running up the ramp. And he couldn't. So I was like, oh, it's okay. Yeah. So I came down the ramp. I slid down. He went running up to me. He started licking me. I was like, oh, I love you. I took him in. It was cold, and I worried about coyotes. You know, he was a little guy. And, I found out he was chipped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gave him back?
No. I talked to the owner. So the owner ended up telling me that she gave him to another person. Oh. Then I found out from that person that she gave him to another person. So it was like 4 people, and I just took him in.
That's right.
You know, and that's my homie right there, Milo.
Nice.
Yeah, Milo.
Those are your only 2 pets?
Only 2 pets, man. Those are my roommates. They're perfect. Yeah, I love them, man. I love dogs.
That's cool.
Shout out to your roommates.
Yeah.
Shout out to your roomies, man.
Chica and Milo.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I got a couple more questions.
Yeah, man.
It's cool.
One more break, dude.
One more break?
You would think I'm drinking on the show today. But I swear to God, everybody, I'm sorry for all the breaks, but I've had lots of liquids today. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
And, man, dude, we'll be right back once again.
All right, I'm back. All right, so I had another question.
What's your question, dog?
So, who would you like to see next on the show, man?
Oh, man. Definitely all the homies, bro. I love to see all the homies. But, Justin for sure.
For sure, man. We'll definitely try to put him on the list.
Yeah, Justin's rad, man.
Before
He's a good
leaves.
shredder. He was with me when we started Paragon page. So I was at the skate park and we were just put an edit together or something. And I was like, damn, does this park have a Instagram account? Because most skate parks do, right? So I kept looking, and I had seen something, but it wasn't active. Then I was like, fuck, someone's got to do it. And we were just talking about it, like, damn, we should do it. It's just kind of like, if no one's doing it, let's just make a move now. Kind of similar to you guys' podcast from what I've heard, right? So we're talking about, let's just do it. Otherwise nothing's going to come out of it. And we smoked a backwood in my car, just like, what do you want to call this page? I don't know. What do you want to call it? Well, this park was Triple Crown. Why don't we just stick with like the name itself, called Triple Crown Locals? That's right. TCL, because it sounded rad. TCL, Triple Crown Locals, and we hold it down for Paragon Park. We've grown very fast since November, and it's not that much. To me, it's a lot, but like within like less than a year, we're already at like close to 800 followers. Mm-hmm. And it's special. It's very special. I held an event in December, and I'm the first one to do this, I believe, in the area, where I had a community give back to its community. Mm-hmm. And that was cool. And what I mean by that was like, if you had wheels, you had grip tape, you had skateboards, shoes, whatever it is, bearings, give them to me, and I'll give them back to the kids. And we did, and it worked out. I was nervous about it because I never held an event. We were so unprepared.
Right.
We ordered pizza for the kids. We ordered a bunch of water. We had, it was all funded by the community, giving back to the community, and that was so special. And I didn't know it was going to pop.
That's how you learn, though, right? Because then you figure out, okay, well, next time we got to do it.
Now we know what to do. Now we know what to do. Even having a barbecue the other day, I got my board stolen. It was just a homie stuff, but we realized, we need to come with other tables. We need to put the food on the table. We're putting our food on chairs, trying to cover it up after another plate on top, and it was cool though, man. It's all learning experience.
And it'll grow little by little.
Yeah. It's growing very fast, and I'm so grateful to be a part of the skate culture, man. It's who I am. It's the only thing I know. Yeah. When you ask me, what are my other hobbies? I'm like, besides work, it's not even a hobby, and editing,
Yeah. I mean, some people skateboarding can take over your whole life too. But I mean, there's people out there that paint. There's people that they're musicians or whatnot.
Tattoos,
you have a pet. So that's cool.
That's a dog cool dad.
Yeah. So now you have two pets or just one?
I got 2 dogs.
2 dogs now.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. They're like little babies, dude. They're so cute. I love them. I love them so much. They helped me out become a more responsible for sure. You can't just have a dog that shits everywhere. You got to train that dog. You got to pick up their poop and stuff. I always come prepared. I have I'm always at the park full of dog food and waters and bowls, poop bags, scented poop bags.
Yeah.
Strawberry scented.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it'd be cool, man. We'd love to get Justin in the studio soon, man. Yeah.
Yeah, dude shreds, man. Shreds. Yeah, I love his style, man. He's so good at ledges, dog. It's so good. And I'm getting better back into skateboarding because of him too.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what.
When I first started to skate again after that break, of 6 years, and I was like, damn, I need to hit ledges more, mani pads, and now I'm learning more transition. So it's good to learn more. I'm not the best, don't want to be. I just want to have a good time with my homies.
That's what's up.
That's what builds each other. We build each other.
And I like the fact that you're documenting it and everything, and then you're giving back to the community, because, I mean, that's what we do, man.
It's all about the community, man.
Yeah.
Support the community. They support you.
Yeah. All right. Listo, anything else?
I think I got one more question, bro. Yeah. I could be here all day asking you questions, but one more question, bro. If you could spend a day with your favorite skateboarder, who's that skateboarder?
Oh, I love this question. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Marissa Del Sano.
Marissa Del Sano?
Yeah, I'm inspired by her. I don't know any other skateboarder I would rather spend time with.
Uh-huh.
She's super heavy, bro, and gnarly. I don't know, man. Like, you could pick any girl skateboarder you want. To me, Marissa. 100%. 100%.
Have you met her before? Or?
No, I would love to.
Okay.
I would love to. She shreds.
Dude,
really good.
What if we get her on the show? That'd be awesome.
I mean,
Dude,
that'd be cool.
let me know. I'll be outside waiting for an autograph again, dude. No, I really admire her skateboarding, and she's so raw. So raw. Milton Martinez, for sure, of course. Their dude drops heavy bangers. Mm-hmm. Heavy bangers. He goes, yeah, it's just like, when he drops a video, dude, it's just like, bangers after bangers after bangers. Like, dang. Jamie Foy, did you see his part yesterday?
I haven't watched the new one yet, but I've seen clips already floating around on Instagram, and there was just like 180 to like crook grind. I don't know what the hell.
180
like,
switch crook?
Like, I don't know, what was it? Like
the next level.
Like a nollie 180. I don't know what the hell. He did something I dreamed about, that's for sure.
Yeah, dream trick?
But not a dream trick, but it's like a dream. Like, what the hell? How'd you even figure that out? You know?
Yeah. No,
it just looks crazy. Maybe it's simpler than it looked, but the filming and everything was good on that one clip that I seen. So,
dude,
that's
I'm
cool.
so pumped for New Balance, man. Like, they got such a great team. Never would I have thought Andrew Reynolds would be on the team. You know, I seen the billboard. I was like, no fucking way, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of that, dude.
He just got his pro model too, no?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, the shoes look sick, dude. They look so sick.
And he
And
dissects shoes, so hopefully this one's gonna be a nice, comfy, good
100%.
shoe.
It looks like it already. It kind of looks like a running shoe,
Right?
You know, the
right.
style of it at least.
Right.
And like, you got to keep in mind, man. Like, New Balance when I was a kid was like one of those kids that had like a rolling backpack. You know, they were kind of the nerd shoes, bro.
Well, dads used to wear those things.
Yeah, dude, at the barbecues, bro. White New Balances. But like, they're so like nostalgic at the same time. When they first came out with New Balance skating, I didn't think anything. I was like, oh, that's kind of funky, you know, like that doesn't make sense. Now it makes total sense. Like they have a great team,
right?
You know, and they changed the brand, the idea of the brand. You know, it's not just so like it's not your just pops and nerdy guys with roller backpacks. You know,
for sure, man. I mean, I was
fucking
tripping
shredders.
I was tripping when I saw the kids wearing them. I'm like, what's going on here? What did I miss for the past 10 years? You know, but yeah.
You see a decline in other skate brand shoes.
But shout out to them for letting their skaters even be more free to what they want, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean.
I love America still, though. You know, I still love America. Kai has great shoes.
What are you wearing right now? Converse?
I'm wearing Cons, skate ones.
All right.
Yeah, they're suede. They're red ones.
It's all right.
Let them know.
Oh, yeah, Converse.
I love them. They're fun, dude. I had to order them online. Right. I heard they're really hard to get at skate shops. You know, trying to get them in.
You skate those too?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I do. I actually love the color of them, man. And it's very rare. Like, when I grew up skating Converse, they were like canvas. Mm-hmm. You know, they're flat on the bottom. They were hard to skate, hard to get a grip. These ones, because they're, you know, Nike owns Converse.
Okay.
So the quality of the shoe, the insoles, the suede, like I love it.
Yeah, because I don't think I could skate, like, even Vans too, they're too flat and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty flat-footed though.
So like and anything like a Volk shoe I can't do. So I grew up in the 90s where I had the big fat poofy shoes, man. So
the DVSs, I was just about to say the Audios, bro. The Audios.
But yeah, I mean the big sick. Yeah, the Audios and the Osiris's. And,
you know what I heard? The Audios had a taco logo, so that was the design. Was a taco logo originally, and it had like a wave to it, so they just called it, you know, Audio. They pitched it together. Yeah. But if you look at the logo again, look at it. It's a taco shape.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. Oh, you got classics.
Jeremy Ray's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Classics.
Yeah. I usually take them out of the box, but today I forgot to display all the stuff. So
that's rad.
But dude, that's amazing, dude. All right. Anything else, Listo?
Just last one. What's next for you, man?
To find love.
To find love. All right. Yeah, because I mean, he's got pets, everybody. So he's already kind of got some love right there, but he got more to spread, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So I gotta ask. So no kids.
I don't have kids, man. No kids. I would love to have kids one day, and I'd love to bring in the next generation, to the skate park.
There is a child on your Instagram though. Who's that? Is that like a niece or something, or?
Huh?
Isn't there a kid on?
There probably, dude. We film a lot of kids at the park, but like we got.
I thought I saw a baby in one of them.
A baby? I ain't my baby.
I don't know. Maybe I was in the wrong page.
I got no kids, everybody. I'm gonna clarify that real quick.
No, okay, yeah.
But yeah.
That's good to know.
No, we support the community because they support us, and it's not even just because of that. I support people, and then later on they'll eventually support us. They'll see us down the line that we focused on them, and that's so important, man.
Yeah.
Like I told you guys. I wouldn't know where I would be without skateboarding, to be honest with you. I'd probably be losing my mind. I'm not the type to play video games. I'm the type to go outside, break mirrors, and have a good time.
Damn. Yeah, rock and roll, man. Heck yeah. All right, well, before we do get out of here, because I know you already peeked at one.
Oh, I did, dude. You got to grab one. I won't look at it.
No, you go ahead and pick one, because he grabbed one and was like, what are these little love notes down here?
I did say that.
See, what did you get?
Let's read it out here. If you win the lotto, what's the first thing you buying? Damn. Depends how much I win on the lotto.
Well, I mean, if you hit the big one, what's the first thing you're buying you and your friends?
Who said I was buying my friends anything, dog? They're on their own, bro.
You hear that, guys?
I'm keeping it quiet. No. The first thing I would buy for sure, a skate shop in Paris.
Ooh.
Skate shop in Paris. I would love that, man. It's a big risk to start it all, but if you're getting free money, you gambled it and you win it, right. I would love to sacrifice that opportunity to open up a skate shop for my community. Yeah. For sure. And hold down bands.
Would you name it Triple Crown or?
I would call it No Skateboarding.
No Skateboarding.
With a K, like knowledge, right? Like KNOW. Yeah. No Skateboarding.
That's a good one.
Don't take my ideas.
Kevin knows.
Yeah, Kevin knows.
That'll be the signature of it.
Yep.
So I would love to do that, man. That would mean the world to me. Like I said, I would want to have bands play at the shop. Kind of like how Program does, over in Santa Ana.
Okay.
They're very big in the community skate scene. Frank Villani used to skate there back in the day, and I know that guy from, I used to sell him stencils, Courage the Colored Dog one. Shout out to Frankie, bro. He's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, it's cool to get the community involved. Like 88, sometimes they'll even hold like art shows and stuff like that for the kids, and so you can come and display. Right? You come display your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, dude. It means the world, man. I would love to open up a shop, be a part of the community, because when I didn't have a place to go, I go to my local skate shop. I didn't have any money.
Right.
I just had parents with money, but I would go to the skate shop and just like watch the skate videos on the TV. Yeah. Hang out with everyone.
And you get to see all the new stuff coming in on the days that they're opening boxes.
I remember they had magazines of what was going to be sent in and shit. So like I would go through all that. I loved it. 100% loved it. So
rad, man. All right, dude. All right. Anything else that maybe you want to bring up that we didn't touch on, maybe?
I love you all.
Okay. All right. Well, give us your shout outs then.
I love Paragon Park, Triple Crown Locals. I love Randy. I love Justin. I love #Rob. I love James. I love Woody. I love them all. I love my dogs, Chica, Milo. You got my support no matter what.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
And shout out to my company that pays my bills.
Yes, sir. All right. Listo, shout outs?
Shout out number 1, God. Shout out number 2, Moms. She just recently passed away, but staying strong and, keeping my faith and my hope up and going forward. Thank you guys. And, shout out to Kevin coming out here. Shout out to sharing your story and stuff. You know, it was cool meeting you and stuff. Hopefully, skate some street. Shout out to Sk8 where the locals at. You know, Richard keeping it going. Shout out to Peralta, our tech guy. He's not here today. You know, and yeah, shout out to everybody doing positive things, and shout out to the skateboarding world.
Shout out, man. All right, and I gotta shout out you, of course, for coming down. Thank you very much for pleasure, traveling all that way over here from the IE.
Yeah,
we do appreciate that, and of course, bringing your boys here. We got Randy and Justin in the studio with you, supporting you. That's amazing.
Yeah,
and like I said, dude, this isn't one and done here for us. You can come back anytime you like. You can come back with your boys. Like today, Peralta's out. Shout out to Peralta, but he's out today, and you could sit in for like maybe if someone's out.
Love
you
to,
know what
man.
I mean?
Yeah.
And have their back as well. And again, thank you, Listo, holding it down today.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you everybody out there for watching, supporting us. We couldn't do it without you guys. And yeah, man, if you or you know your local favorite skater, man, tell us. We'll try to get him in the studio as soon as possible. Until next week, I'm OG Skate Show. Peace out.
We out.
We out.